Politics in Nepal has its own importance in Nepalese mind and society. The politics in Nepal works on the multi-party system under the Republic. All the power is handled by the Prime Minister and cabinet formed by Parliament. Nepal, with the population of around 30 million, has more than 100 parties with different slogans and followers. There has been a massive change in the politics in Nepal after the monarchy was abolished and power was on people's hand. Nepalese dream of seeing their nation developed and hoping for a better lifestyle with the proper facility of health, food, shelter, etc. has always become dream since the last decade. The unstable government has become the main problem of Nepalese politics. Every Nepalese had thought that government formed by the representative will be in their good fare, but the problem of corruption and thrust of power led Nepal backward in the name of government rather than moving forward. Democracy has no meaning in the context of Nepal. The status of poor always remains the same and rich people are being prosperous day by day. Completely unknown from the responsibility of Prime Minister, Minister and other posts, people just fight to get that post. Everybody wants power and fame with money. Nobody finds themselves responsible for the people. These are some of the bad aspects of Nepalese politics. There are many reasons why people hate Nepali politicians. Among them, these are the main reasons that make people hate Nepali politicians. Fight for power. Nepali politicians are more concerned about power, fame, and money rather than development and public satisfaction. This leads to the dissatisfaction of peoples towards their representative. Being the head of the nation, they get feeling that they are ruling the whole nation and they start showing their real face. Corruption. Not only in Nepal, corruption is the main reason for the slower development in a contest of all South Asian countries. The greed of people might be the main reason for corruption. It takes several days to complete a small work unless some amount is paid. For the proper development of the country and stable government, corruption should be totally removed. Nepal is a second corrupt country within South Asian countries. Corruption is practiced in each and every sector that it is uneasy to remove completely from the society. The irony is that the funds that are collected or that are given by foreign countries for the benefit of locals disappear in its way. The one responsible for such deeds is directly politicians. Influence of neighbor countries. Being a landlocked country, Nepal is fully dependent on neighbor countries, mostly India. Politicians talk about self-dependence in their each and every speech. The result is always the same: no any action is taken from the side of government and politicians. People are so frustrated that the level of their own representatives is decreasing day by day. Unstable government. Politics in Nepal has many difficulties and the unstable government is one of them. Everyone wants to be in power and fights for one chair of Prime Minister. Ruling parties separate their seats in the parliament and one Prime Minister can only sit in his place for 9 months. And less than he has to resign from his post and that seat belongs to another person of parliament. This is the main reason for the slow development of Nepal. People are so frustrated that they started feeling that casting vote is not worthy. Fulfillment of personal interest. Human has a special ability of greed. They only think about themselves no matter what harm they cause towards nation or people. Nepali politics is also influenced by this ability of men. Politicians never think of the people, their only concern is to earn and fulfill their needs. Their main intention is to earn and live a happy life ahead. False hope. At the time of the election, every politician visits every house with their proposal written in the paper. Their voice becomes so soft that even candidate of parties would cast their vote for them. As soon as the election is over, the only place where people see their face is in news. This behavior of politicians has turned as disappointments in people's mind. If politicians had fulfilled their every word, then the face of Nepal would have changed more than a decade ago. Traveling foreign countries. Another main intention of Nepali politicians to be in power is to explore the world. Even they get the small disease, their way toward to foreign is open. Nepal has very qualified doctors as well as hospitals, but they travel to foreign for small treatment. They also travel foreign in the name of increasing mutual understanding. Misunderstanding between political parties. There is a number of political parties registered in parliament. They show their own demands and cause chaos in the parliament. Their main intention is to disturb the process and tries to be in power. They just push and pull with each other. First, another party tries to pull the ruling parties, and if they succeed in this process, then the turn goes to another party. Centralized development. Development in Nepal is centralized. Major cities are full of facilities, but the rural areas are backward in every infrastructure of development. Education, health, transportation are one of the main infrastructures of development, but these are the things that are lagging in some places of Nepal. And Nepalese politicians never look in these sectors. They only know how to give false hope for the people and know how to earn for their personal benefits. Due to this, poor are not getting the proper facility of education, health, etc. And they cannot afford to migrate towards cities for further education. Misuse of power. Power and money are the two main factors of Nepalese politics. Every politician gives their best to be in power and rule the nation. Once they are in power, they take themselves above the law. They think that they are above the law and no one can touch them because they are the head of the nation. This became the main cause for misuse of power. The one who should be formulating the rules is abounding the rules and not following the rules. These are some of the main reasons that make people hate politicians in Nepal. Despite many disappointments, people still believe in some politicians' works. These politicians do not think that they are in the parliament just to fulfill their needs, but they are for a special purpose, that is fulfilling public demands.